coming to our session. Today we are going to talk about the industrial Internet of Things in universities, in academia. Okay, my name is Rafael, and I'm here with Anani. She is managing the product of the industrial Internet of Things for the academia, which is called IIoThink. Okay, let's get started and I would like to start our day session with what's happening with the trend that's, you have probably everyone here has heard about the wording IoT and in Europe Industry 4.0, which is becoming more and more common word in the industry and as well as in the consumer world. So I would like to understand from you, how much are you aware about the IoT? Is there anybody in the room who haven't ever heard about the IoT, who don't know what is that one? There is no, okay. But at the same time, I'm very much sure if we start to talk to each of you, we'll have different understanding, because basically, I would say the IoT is just those words. It starts even many years ago, and the smarter the industry becomes, and the products that are surrounding us, then this word come into the picture. But actually, the automation and making the products connected, that starts many years ago. So, a couple of statistics on this slide. You can see the IoT world value and what's the value basically of the products that are becoming smarter, and which includes also the industrial Internet of Things, which is the smart factories, where all the valves, production lines, the conveyor belts, and everything is becoming smarter and smarter and more connected. So, as from this slide it's visible, it's becoming really a big, I would say, big part of the overall economy. And somehow, all the companies who are building those products, who are making the machinery smarter, who are making the production smarter, they need to catch up with the trend. And what we have noticed only 2 years ago is that there is no proper IoT curriculum, or basically universities, they have got the electrical engineering departments, the computer science departments, the business departments, and all these three departments, one day they somehow collaborate when they start their own startup students, or they want to enter to the industry. So, and there is no a common course which joins the efforts of the students who know only the hardware engineering, or mostly hardware engineering, or they know about the programming. So that's when we come out with the idea of making a short introductory course, which is like 3 months, 1 semester course, for bringing those two disciplines together, and helping the students who know very well programming, and they know about the cloud, about all the connectivity, and how to program the computer or mobile or web, but they're not much aware about the hardware side. Similar to that, the hardware engineers are not much aware about about all this cloud and the software programming for the devices that they are building. If we talk about the market, what's happening and which universities, like we did kind of a market research to figure out which universities are on the front line for having an IoT course or having a special trainings for educating students about the concepts of the Industry 4.0. So you can see a couple of the universities and where they are located and what's the study that they did. Going forward, what we have come out. So after seeing what those universities do and what is required in the market, we thought that there are basically 4 components that make this education easy, and basically it can help the students to leverage their knowledge in the domain knowledge of all the hardware engineering and software engineering, and easily enter the industrial market. So those 4 components are the software, the hardware, the cloud connectivity, the cloud vendors, and the courseware. So to come to this solution, which we call the IIoThink solution, we start the collaboration because basically our part is the courseware and the software. So for the hardware component, for the trainer kit itself, we collaborate with the National Instruments and we use the NIWeek2018 and several of the MyRio kits for the sensors and actuators, which you will see in the next slides on the demonstration, during the demonstration. On the cloud side, we collaborate with IBM and with the PTC to come up with the demonstration of how the data that you have on the product, you can basically make it available online. As mentioned in the previous slides, these are the major benefits and the challenges that educators face. So, according to the study we did, most of the universities, they don't have any, nobody talks about the IoT. They teach about, even not much about the cloud or about the big data. It's just like a couple of courses that are there for the machine learning, for the overall understanding the challenges of big data, but there is no single course that combines the knowledge of the hardware and software together. So that's the challenge that we have seen. And all the benefits you can see on the left side on this slide, basically starting from A to Z about the concepts. And I would like to mention just what is the lab composed from. So the current version supports 5 labs, and those 5 labs are all about the concepts of the sensors, actuators, data acquisition, then making this data available on the website using the cloud technology. The upcoming product, which we call IIoThink, is going to have 10 experiments, 10 labs. Okay. Just a second, yeah. So from those 10, 6 will be the basic labs, which will give the concepts of what I have already mentioned, like the hardware and software side. There will be 3 project-based labs, which just to give you an example, after a student learns and understands the concepts, he will be able to, with all the components that he has in hand, to build the warehouse and automate the warehouse. The other project-based lab will be about the irrigation system. And the courseware itself, it includes all the theoretical background. It is not just talking about, okay, you have this sensor, connect here, and then hit this button, run it, and you see what happens. It starts with the real background, how the industry is moving towards having a smarter industry or the connected industry. So the courseware, it's quite a huge one. It's it's like 250 pages on it, quite a big one. And you will be able to download the kind of teaser for one lab from NIWeek2018 very soon, just in this upcoming 2 days. And just to mention, it includes also a quiz so that you can learn about the details and you can see how the software, how to understand all the basics and to answer the questions, and professor can check the understanding of students. Because afterwards, after you do the quiz, there is a report which generates with the name, surname of the student, and it gives all the information how good the student in the subject that he learns. So here on this slide, you can see the content on the left side and the outcome. Basically, when you learn about this content, what the knowledge that you gain. So it starts with the theory. It has got the task descriptions, the project ideas. We bring many project ideas. Just at the moment, we have got these 3 projects, but in the future, the architecture is such that we are going to have plugins, and we'll be having various projects, from the oil and gas industry, from the energy segment, from renewable energy. So that will be the additional plugins for after you have the base package, you will be able to buy new project-based labs. Then, of course, it includes the wiring instructions and the quiz for the checking the understanding. And on the right side, you can see what's the outcome, because you learn about the statistical stuff, you learn about the cloud and dashboard and everything. Okay, so I will give now the board to Anahit, and she will show just a short how it looks like. And
I think let's start with the old one, please.
Okay, it's up to you. It has to you. Just
hello everyone. So as Rafael already mentioned, we've got two versions, version 1.0 and 2.0, but let's start from 1.0, which is available in LabVIEW network. Okay, so it contains 5 labs. Each lab has its own theory part here, has its own wiring instructions, hardware configuration. So you should configure this part correctly to go forward and do the execution part. These 5 labs are all about the fundamentals, and there are no any project-based solution in this version 1.0. So going forward, version 2.0, we've got extremely new design, interface. So when we go home, it's sending data to IBM Cloud. There are 10 labs, already a new design, and also we have a lab describing all the protocols that you need for IoT overall. We've got the temperature-based temperature monitoring system. We have got warehouse automation system and irrigation system. So describing this is the irrigation system which students should connect on his own to do the lab. It is a project-based solution, so it has many wirings. You should understand how to connect the photocell, how to connect the thermistor, the IP switches, how to switch on and off the IP switches to have the lab goes correctly. And also we've got the last one is general IoT lab, which the students should know about the LabVIEW, the core 1 and core 2 to proceed with this lab. It is teaching about IoT toolkit, which is connecting the PTC ThinkWorks and LabVIEW toolkit we've got. So he is doing 10 exercises, which are teaching about the how to connect to PTC in a very
seamless way.
Seamless
way. Okay, I don't think we have much time. Just going back to the slides. Yes. Okay. So the impact is inevitable. The impact is basically that the student, after they graduate the course, they can build their own startup with the other colleagues, or they can enter the industrial market within shorter time without having the big trainings after they graduate in university. And thank you very much. We'll be happy to answer to your questions. And thank you and thank you. Any questions? Yes, please.
How much time does it take a student to do all the exercises?
The overall course, the new one, the 10 experiments, it's basically for 3 months, and each week having 2 lessons. So that's the course that it goes, but it can be customized depending on the university, because we do not want to very much have this restrict the professor for having his own courseware. He has got all the courseware, but he can do, depending on his schedule, he can manage to have more or less depending on his university schedule. Any other questions? Anyone interested to know about the pricing, about this kind of information?
Okay, you can get started.
If you insist.
So it goes, yes please.
What is the price?
Good. So basically, it goes with that several packages. Like the minimum is 3 licenses, the main package is 10 licenses, and then we have a classroom license for 20 student seats, let's say. So each one will need to have Mario, all the kits, and the courseware itself, the current version, costs $300 in case you are buying 20 pieces, like $6,000 for 20 pieces package. The upcoming one, it will be a bit higher price. Still, I cannot announce the final price because that's we're going to most probably we will be including the license from the PTC, and we're working also together with the Tufts University to integrate the IoT toolkit. So the upcoming one will be probably like maybe 30-40% higher price. That's about the pricing. Any other question?
So when you work with a university, what is most actually desirable actually a resource or because I teach Letono University, and then when we consider IoT, I cannot find many actually just applications and teaching materials especially. So
that's what we have also seen. That's why we come up with this IoT. So basically, what universities we have a couple of customers. One of our customers from the United States is Miami Dade College, and we have a customer from India and from Russia. So of course the needs are different depending on the geography and the market and the university direction, I would say. So that's why we come up with these basic concepts, which is about the sensors, actuators, data acquisition. Like, I'm very much sure every university teaches this, and it's not part of the IoT thing. It's just like understanding the hardware part of the product design. And then the second part is about the software side, how you can do, control, monitor the hardware. And then the most important is basically the projects. So depending on the university specialization, it can be energy-related projects, or like warehouse automation. It's a good example of industrial IoT. We are thinking even in the future to have also consumer-related projects, like for example, having I don't know, like going fast like some wearables, or a keyboard, making keyboard smarter. But I don't see much value from the perspective as an engineer entering the industrial market. It's much better to give them examples of the industrial automation, industrial IoT-related stuff rather than talking about the consumer. Many times people, when they hear about the IoT, they realize only this watch, the controlling the car remotely, but not the car itself, because the automotive is one of the biggest customers for the IoT-related stuff.
So you guys develop the curriculum and the teaching material by yourselves?
If you wish, actually, we can show the curriculum how it looks like. That's this document here. This is the PDF version. So it's really huge. It goes with the pictures, with all the details, like open the content, and then I think somebody has also a question. Okay. Yes, please.
Come back to the licensing part.
Yes.
How does that go with renewing of license and upgrades and all that stuff?
The first version, the one that is 5 labs, currently goes as a deployment license for each student, and it attached with the computer. And it is forever. It's not like yearly license. The upcoming licenses will have limited for 1 year, but there will be a cheaper option when you upgrade to the new labs, like when you get new projects or we want to have the upgraded version. So that's how it's going. That's what we have in our mind, but still it's 2-3 months before we release the new version. Any other questions? Yes, again. Yeah, at the moment, the first version is available on Lovely Tools Network, and if there are NI salespeople here, you can easily sell with the NI part number, and it's available on the Lovely Tools Network. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.